people that I can name that I could say, hey, everybody showed the way. But those are some of the biggest people. People that I've named are some of the biggest people that I can say were father figures and showed it to me. But I've learned a lot from just about everybody.
Yeah. Dope.
Dope.
Well, man.
Well,
So
you
to
know.
fathers, man, it's like, what do I want to say? Be careful what you're doing, because like I had no idea you was watching me like that. You never know who's watching you as you parent your kid and what
Never
they're
know.
picking up from you. So, you know, we got to know that we are being watched by the younger men under us, or maybe even same age men, you know, that have a family. So it is very
You
important.
watching me, I'm beating the hell out of my kids. Now. I'm beating the hell out their asses.
You are not beating them, but or the other two, Adonis and
Amadeus.
Amadeus, right. Hey, Walt, but real quick, so shout out to Yolanda, my girl. Shout out Yolanda. You married a lady that had a daughter. So how is it being, you know, for a man that's probably marrying into a family like is, you know, so how was the relationship and how is it building that bond between a daughter that's not biologically yours?
I'm gonna take you all the way back
Yes,
to
sir.
when we first. I'm gonna take you all the way back and bring it forward. It's hard. I'm gonna say that. That's the first thing I'm gonna tell you. It's hard. And again, it goes back to who I am, right? It goes back to who I am and how I was raised. Like I said again, when I say I'm old school, I am old school with it. So let's just say when I first met Briauna, my daughter, she was 5. Yeah, 5. 5 going on 6. She also lost her dad at 2 years old, right? So that in itself, I should have been able to connect with her on because me and her at the same age. But let's just say when I met her at 5, she was a whip. She was a whip, man. Oh my God.
She's a what?
She was a whip. She was something to. She was smart mouth.
Okay.
Still smart mouth.
Okay.
You know, I grown to it.
Brianna, you smart
I
mouth.
And again, me being old school, I tell Lana this. Oh, she like this with everybody. Okay, but she ain't gonna be like that with me, right? That's how I felt. But it was hard. And then for me being who I am, I will tell you that going into being now, I've been with women with children before. Being with Yolanda, it was different because honestly, a lot of times when I'm gonna say this first. Yolanda has put up with a lot of shit from me, and I commend the shit out of her for that. Love her for it. She doesn't know how much love I have for her because I'm not a person that displays the love.
You don't talk a lot. That's why I'm glad. I'm so happy you here. But go ahead.
I'm not a person that displays the love the way that I guess women wants to be displayed. I'm not the most affectionate person all the time. If she don't know, to this point, to this day, I love the shit out of her.
Yolanda.
And,
You better.
I love it. I love her to death. So, you know, but getting back to Briauna, you know, for me, the way that I express my love is through gifts, giving, things of that nature, right? I'm always there for the important things for like Briauna. And I'm gonna go back to her mom, to Londa mom, rest in peace. Spring, love you. But Spring always would tell Londa, hey, or she would even tell me, anything that Brianna wanted, Dimone is gonna give her. And to this day, Brianna, you ask Brianna just about anything she wanted, she got. Still to this day, she just moved out. She just moved. She just officially moved out last week, right? Her house is furnished, fully furnished because of us, right? Um, but for every, I was there for every important thing, like schooling, whatever happened in school, I was there. When she did play, when she was in sports, she did do track and field, or when she was cheerleading, I would make sure that I was always supported. And ironically, even though she's not my biological child, her mama always say, even though she ain't your biological child, you want her to act the same. And when she say that, I look and I be like, you damn right, you right. We do. A lot of the things that Brianna does is because is me.
Okay.
Brianna she has a big heart. Like you always like you coined. You the meanest, nicest person that I know.
I always say that. The meanest, nicest person I know, bro. Fuck you. Fuck you, nigga. Like, dang, what I do?
This is your coining. Brianna, meanest, nicest person you know. She has a big heart. She is a champion for the underdog, which is definitely what I am. I am an underdog lover. She is one of those. She's an underdog. Procrastinator. I definitely can say I procrastinated a whole hell of a lot. But for me, it was just, it's always, no matter what I did, it was always about them too. Even, let's just say, even if me and Londa had broke up, or me and Londa went our separate ways, always have felt that it was my obligation to support them, regardless of what I was doing. Me being an asshole, me being whatever, I always made sure that I was supporting them. And my regret, if I could go back and do things differently, I would really go back and pour more into Brianna. I mean, literally pour even more into it, because I think, and I know a father figure is always a great thing in a child's life, because I even think back to myself. I think some of my decisions that I made, I wouldn't have made if my father was still alive. So I try to guide her now in a point of what I did or what I used to do, and try to guide her in a place where I try to give her tips on how to do things better than what I did. Let's just talk about money. Brianna ain't never really wanted for anything, but I try to get her to save a whole lot now. I probably didn't really start saving until I was probably about, maybe 35, 40.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't get into a good saving mode until I was about 45, 30, even though I knew a whole lot about saving, investing, all that, but 35, 40 probably was when I really started looking at it. So, with her growing up and her not having to do a whole lot, or not having, just like not having a whole lot of bills, she didn't have to pay for much of anything. So it's just like, man, save your money. Take $200-300 out your check and just put it to the side. So I try to instill more of the things that I could have done better into her. But I tend to think that I did best with what I knew how. Like you said, it's no book in it. It's no book to be a parent, and I think I did the best that I knew how.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Shout out to